haven't actually asked you, and I usually do, because it's clear. I mean, I don't know, but I'm guessing your past, where you came from young, you're probably born on a housing estate or something like that, or I
Yeah,
don't know.
pretty close. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
you've got the same genius as that. What's that guy? McQueen, the fashion designer. You know, born on a housing estate in Scotland, became one of the great
Yeah,
fashion designers in the world. Wait
no
on with
boy
that. I
fashion
can see you
designer.
missing the fashion aspect, but the thing is, but the thing is, you're just a born brainiac, and here you are. And I
Mm,
think that's a story that could actually see people getting behind you like a hero. It's the marketing version of that,
mm.
because the world is screaming for heroes. That there really is. And we got the flawed one with Trump, who people wake up, is he good or bad? They don't know.
Mm.
We got Kennedy, and we just don't know who
Yeah,
to trust.
that's
But the
the
thing is,
thing,
you
right?
know
Just
what you're talking about to a degree.
mhm.
You know, I
But
mean,
look how that's imploded. Maha's imploded, right?
yeah, I know.
What happened to no more wars, right?
I know.
What is
This is power, man. This is
yeah.
there's a power in the. I don't know who's in power. I know you think it's the Jews. Could be the Jews. I don't know if it's aliens. I don't know who the hell it is. We could be in we could be in a simulation. There's some 15-year-old squid on planet
Mm,
Pluto playing me for all I know. And
mm.
there's
Well,
but there's
but like
huge
to go
power
back to
behind all
that,
this.
to go back to that point, and it's something that I was like the first one to be raising that as well, right? It's not I'm like, I lived in Israel, right? And I was um, did a lot of good work there. But the simple fact is, when you look at the scope of the wars, when you look at how COVID came out, who got hit hardest, right? Oh, that's Iranians. Iranians. It took out a third of their leadership, senior positions,
Wow.
right? Yeah, and Russians,
No, I hadn't heard
right?
that. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And so, um, and now you're watching the displacement and real-time genocide of people taking place, and you're watching the Overton window move to where people in America are suddenly going, well, hang on a minute, who is this APAC, right? And you're finding out all these sort of power play games, and then you just ask the question, well, who's not a signatory to the biowarfare, chemical warfare conventions? There's two countries that have that capability and don't comply. One is United States. After 9/11, they don't allow inspection of their biological capabilities. The other is Israel.
Mm.
Okay? And so I'm looking. You don't have to be a brainiac to look at the geopolitical events ongoing right now and just say, okay, that's how they're deploying warfare. It's one aspect, very big aspect. And it was a big aspect of the Second World War, a big aspect of the First World War, and it's been driving global events for a long time. And you watched people curl up at the mention of it. And eventually
The
there
thing
was
is, you can't question anything anymore. Over
mm,
here now, I mean, this sort of language now can
yeah, like
see
Bondi.
ASIO
After
knocking on your
Bondi, yeah,
doorstep.
after
Yeah,
Bondi,
and
right?
it's yeah,
You can't do it. And so that's
no.
crown countries um, flexing in a way that they are.
But it's
Um,
like the English. I mean, if you're in England now, you can't say
mm,
anything against Islam.
mm,
You know, it's power, and over here it's the woke. I mean, trans people are like unicorns. You can't do anything about them. You know what I
mm,
mean? It's
mm.
it's it's
But think
there's
how
real
many,
powers are across everywhere.
yeah, and so think how many years that it took to plan that degree of subversion
Yeah.
to get a hold. And so these are multi-generational strategic plans who are being deployed again
Yeah.
by
And
rabid eugenicists, religious ideological fanatics,
yeah.
and the the fallout from that is exactly what, if I had to just sort of list, what would you expect if you added all those components together? You'd get what you see right now.
Mm.
Right. And
Well,
I come from
it's
the
interesting.
UK.
You listen to Elon. and say, you listen to Elon and say, even Steve Jobs, who's gone, these men started huge corporations, and Elon's got loads of corporations, but he doesn't do committees. He doesn't do meetings. Basically, he's in charge. And what I'm thinking with this, whoever's behind this isn't a huge committee. It's a lot of people doing what they're told.
Mm.
But at the head of it, I believe you. I think there's a small, dedicated, powerful group of people.
Yeah,
Or
but
something.
just
Yeah.
look at what happened around Epstein, right?
Exactly.
Well, he's just okay, and it's like in your face, right up to the point where okay, even the royals in the UK have to admit, well, okay, we'll probably
See,
go
Andy.
yeah, a bit too far, and you know he'll go
But
off.
the only one in jail is her, Maxwell.
Yeah,
He's dead. Hung himself with his toothbrush.
yeah.
She's in jail, and that's it. No other powerful people have been touched. It's almost like they're slapping us in the face. What are you going to do? You know what I mean?
That's
And I think they got a replacement. Plantair is taken over, and Epstein is like, you know, it's old school. I was thrown away. Same as Fauci.
Were how would you say that? Like I think there's just been this very orchestrated. No, that's like orchestrated, probably a bit too strong word. They laid out a direction to go, and you could argue that goes back to Old Testament and New Testament and all that followed through with it. That you had people sort of bite into and shape their lives in that way. And the thing is, I don't want to sit here and sort of slam people's religious proclivities, right? Because the simple fact is, I've been around and looked at them, and you know, they're not all bad. And you know, am I responsible for the predations of the crown? No, right? And I'd feel pretty miffed if someone said that. Well, you are, and you know, but you see how absurd it is when people say, "Oh, you know, you have generational guilt for slavery." No, I don't. Just hold your horses, and
But it's deep in that. Think back. Like I'm 60 now.